A wise man once said, to forget how to dig the soil, tend the earth, is to forget ourselves. Well, maybe some have, but a few of us still know. You gotta be willing to put in the time, make the sacrifices, and the hard choices. The job's got its perks, don't get me wrong. The sweet smell of the morning dew, the way the warm sun and the cool breeze can dance across your skin. But don't think it's a game. The farm's got a way of sorting the wheat from the chaff. Just remember to keep your wits about you. You fall, you get back up again. Because this is more than just a job. It's a calling. Who else would choose to wake up early in the morning, tear up their hands working in the fields all day, and then spend the evening planning how they're going to do it all over again, better, tomorrow? Day after day. Season after season. Year after year. That's a calling that's never ending. It stretches far forward and back from us as long as farmers have been tending this earth. And farmers will be around as long as such a thing exists. Tomorrow is secured by those willing to dirty their hands today. So when you feel alone out there in the field, just remember, you're not. Think about all those that have come before you. And all those that'll follow. Plant today. Harvest tomorrow.
Welcome back to Farmer Simulator 22 on Tooth Farm. This is episode 4. I do apologize on episode 3. I forgot to put sound in. So won't be amazed if I get any views on that. So anyways, we're going to start off by landscaping our land because we want to make our farm a lot more better than it is. I would like to put some animals, and we're also going to plant some grapes, not knowing that they are placeable, which we'll get to in a little bit, and the fact that you have to place them in order to harvest them. But let's jump up what we're doing now. We are landscaping our land. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to move some of my tractors and combines a little later because it will not level the land when the equipment or any type of tool is there. And the only reason why I'm trying to do this is to make it a little flatter so I can have cows, pigs, and sheep to give me to start off on this nice Farming Simulator 22. So right now we're just using the leveler tool to kind of level everything out so we have a flat, nice, even ground right there. And then of course we'll start putting things in. If you watched episode 3, you'll notice that I have hay bales right there. Go ahead and watch it. I mean, I definitely talked through it. I just didn't have any of the tractor sounds or any of the background sounds. But if that doesn't annoy you and someone just narrating through it, go ahead, check it out. It was a good old little video. But back to this, as you guys can see, we're just painting. Like I told you, I was taking that field out so we can make this a more workable farm for myself. Because everyone has their unique idea of what a farm should look like. And mine is, well, didn't need that little plot of soil there because that could be used for animals or something. That was my opinion. So on to the cow barns. Or sheds, excuse me. We're going to work with sheds. We're going to put the shed over here. And then we'll probably put a road in front of it. And I'll plant some trees, grass, and put a scale house in, as you can see. We'll put trees around that. We'll make that all look pretty. And just pretty much dress this land up. And then I'm going to put the cow barn or some type of cows right behind it. So we're just going to fix up the scale house a little bit, make it more visible, more of a drivable road right there. We'll just kind of clean this up right over here. Make it, so a semi can get on, or even a tractor get on and off the scale there. And then we'll just make a road go all the way through from back here, and just kind of a nice little road that goes through our farm. So it's not, it's more of a private road, private sidewalk, give or take, right? So that is what we're going to do right now. As you can see, we're just popping right through. We're going to put some trees in. It's going to look beautiful. Put some grass behind the scale house. Eventually, like I said, put a cow pasture behind there. We will have got our shed. We're going to put some bushes in. We're going to put this little area for our dog. We'll put a dog house over here somewhere. Haven't really decided where I want to put it yet. And then we'll put some trees in there. We'll put a beehive in there. And I think things will start coming together. You know what I mean? So not too bad. All right, now that we have our cow pen, or cow pasture, I should say, we're going to put that, like I said, right behind the scale house. And this is just more or less getting all caught up to where I stand today, since the game came out November 22nd. I've already done a lot. I've got probably a good 15 hours in this game. It's crazy to think of that over the weekend. But anyways, got my beehive. We're going to throw that in here over the corner, because I'm going to put a loading, what do they call it? Pallet location, more or less. But right here, hopefully it's close enough so we can gain some honey later down the road. I'll move my grass hay bales later and get our cows some water, some food, and I think we'll be pretty much set up. I'm going to have me and another friend help me out with some grapes, and I think that's where we'll go from there. And look how fast that's coming in. I like this. Alright, we're going to finish up our landscaping by putting a little bit of gravel down. Then we're going to put some fences. And then I will get to feeding my animals, putting pigs and sheep right there. Matter of fact, if you recall at the beginning of the video, this was actually a field filled with sunflowers. But unfortunately, the fields were too small for me, and I didn't feel that I had no use for them. Especially they had bigger fields around the map. So I decided I wanted to fill those in and put animals on them that I know that I can drive around my little farm that I have. So that was the whole idea behind that. So now that I'm going to put a fence in, and quite honestly, at this time that I'm doing it, I didn't realize it was going to cause an issue, but later down the road it does, because it is one tight alley. I was trying to get my feeder down there, so I'll most likely have to come back a little later and delete a few fences and situate some things, because I didn't realize I realized after this recording that it became a problem. So now that we are done with that, we are going to jump right into placing some lights, because I also want lights around the farm. Get it to light up in the middle of the night, especially when it gets so dark that you can't even see 2 feet in front of you, which I believe come in very good handy. That's if you want to do night stuff on the farm. So that's what I was doing. I was just slamming some lights. So now you guys kind of got an idea of what my Elm Creek map looks like. As you can see, I've already taken those 2 fields out, flattened them down, put my scale house. I have a shed on there, and 3 animals. I got cows, pigs, and sheep. All set on those 2 fields that were given, but unfortunately, no use for me. No use, because I have bigger fields for bigger yield. You know what I mean? So now that we are ready and got our animals on the field, it's ready for water time. We're gonna get some water and throw them with the sheep. And then I will get a friend here online. He'll help me plant some grapevines. And hopefully here in the next few seasons or next episodes, we'll get harvesting some grapes. I think that'd be fun. I just didn't realize it was a placeable at the time. So stay tuned for that. And hopefully you guys are enjoying what I'm putting out. But this is Farming Simulator 22, Two's Farm. I appreciate y'all, and just give me a few minutes, and we'll get our little buddy online with us, because I know that he wanted to help me, and he just bought the game tonight. So let's check it all out.
Just took off in 5th then.
Oh yeah, you can take off in 12th. It's that part's not realistic, but that's okay. That just gives you higher speed, more or less.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, now like the tractors, Your L3 is still going to be reversed because it's an automatic. You don't get standard in those. I've noticed certain things they don't let you have standard in. So my tractors, and I think my combines are... One tractor is a manual. It's my little thing up there. And you'll notice some things are automatic. So I have between both. So yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna see if I can fast forward to one day because I definitely got it on seasons. I definitely, if you want to help me, I definitely got to feed some animals. I just put these lights in before you came really in. I wanted to actually. That's why we're at nighttime. That's why I wanted to see. I believe we come up here and hit L3 together. Ooh, I'll pick 7. I think we have to do it together.
31.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
No, no, it just gave me a message saying you want to skip time, die 7 nights.
Wow, you stood right there all night. Look at that. Daytime came. You didn't move. Oh, that's badass. Look at the shadows, though. It's so realistic.
I just noticed the shadow of lights then. That is...
Well, you're going to notice when you start your farm, when we get back on your farm, there's a field right here. I've already screwed that up. I made my own flat land and put a shed in, and I've already put some bells in over here to try to feed some of my animals. So, like I said, I got some hours. You can see that I've already got some time into it. I'm not even lying when I say I got a little bit of time into it, because you can tell just by how it's set up already. You are over there by the combines. Come towards this way. Yep, come this way. There you go. I see you. Come towards the cows, up on the hill. You're going in the barn. Okay, go through the barn, take a hard left, green truck, turn around. Right there. Right there's a green pickup truck. Green pickup truck. Get in that. Yep, get in that. I think that's a standard too, man.
That's alright. What's the best start?
I'll go ahead and follow him too.
Oh!
Sorry, bud. I even turned the sensitivity down. I turned it down to 70. You're still all over the road. Sorry, buddy. I had to make
I don't know. I know that fucking LI workers whooping that part.
See, I like to make it feel realistic. You see how many people pull out in front of you? Yeah, see how he takes it right in there? And I forget, I know, we're driving on the opposite side of the road for you. They should make an Australian map where the cars, I don't think, actually no, I think there's a mod for that. There was. I saw someone having the steering wheel on the other side. I thought that was badass.
Yeah, they do have a Australian map for 19, but it's a big one.
I think I saw pictures of it.
Alright, we're going to get back to what we are good at. We're going to get back to the fact that we can plant some grapes, because you can do this in 1917 or any others, unless you probably have PC. I'm not 100% sure. But we are on console PS4, so we're just going to speed up the camera so I can show you that you have to place these grapevines. And each row, by the way, cost me $21,420, to be honest with you. So hopefully we'll get our money back when the yield comes in, right? So, and also I'll have Matthew, after he's done talking with his boss on the other line, help me with the other side, and we'll just kind of meet in the middle. I'm just going to keep going back and forth because it does take a long time just to place all these grapevines in one single line. I didn't realize how long it was going to take. It probably took me just that minute that you're seeing right now, a good probably half hour or so. It was good to get a little bit of his help on that.
You there?
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah.
Yeah, sorry,
Oh, you're good.
that was just the boss. That's all. We're just trying to sort shit out tomorrow because we're down a driver.
I don't know if you can see me putting it in, but you'll see me plant it if you're right next to me. Let me put another row here. Cost me $21,420 per row. but it's the time to put them in.
Oh, one just appeared.
Yeah. See that big deal there? Yeah, I'm just going back and forth rolling them. Not bad. You sound like you're tired.
I don't know, I just started bloody yawning.
Yeah.
Must be the thought of going back to work tomorrow.
Hey, yeah, I get that. I get that. I was just telling you that. Thought I'd go back to work.
What's
Well,
going
at
on?
least you're working, because apparently they're in, well, I guess you said South Wales. Ow. Ow, that hurts. They're having some trouble downtown, that area.
Yeah, gotta go down there tomorrow, so.
Okay. So you keep saying corner's too large. So I've noticed if you go too far, eventually.
Yeah, I think it's if you go off the field or something, it fucking.
It could be.
Or is it where there's too big of a gap between the previous row?
Nah, you're doing a very nice gap job. That's a big field for grapes already.